What to grow in December? Yes, it's winter, but here are 3 incredible plants that I think you need to have in your garden. Some you can eat, some that are going to give you lovely flowers. It's about creating your own capsule wardrobe of plants. Build your collection with me over time and fill your garden with happiness. Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to a very cold and windy Ireland. I often get asked for my top recommendations, whether it's a plant that shines in winter or a perfect gift idea. So today I've handpicked 3 brilliant things for you to grow this month. Some are going to be easy to start from seed, while others you can just grab and go for instant impact. Right then, let's dive into the first plant for December. Of all the days to pick to film, I picked the day when a huge storm is coming through, which is why I'm hiding next to this hedge. My first recommendation are hellebores. They are a fantastic addition to any garden in December because they just offer that much needed little bit of colour and life during the darkest days of winter. Now, you might know these as the Christmas rose, and these hardy perennials thrive in cold weather, producing delicate but actually really resilient flowers that bloom when so little else does. What I love about their flowers is how they nod downwards and how they have these lovely shades of white, pink, and this one's purple. You can even get green, which just look brilliant when it's frosty. One of the key reasons to grow hellebores, though, is their versatility. They perform beautifully in partial shade, making them ideal for filling those tricky spots under trees or along shady borders. This one is going back there. They're also evergreens, so this nice attractive foliage is going to stay for you. Now, they are toxic, so do consider that if you've got young children or pets. Hellebores are low maintenance and long-lived. They require little more than a well-drained soil and an occasional tidying up of old dead leaves. Once established, they're actually quite drought tolerant and pest resistant, so it makes them an excellent choice for gardeners who prefer easy care plants that give you just something when you need it in winter. And as if that wasn't enough, hellebores are wildlife friendly. Their early flowers provide a really vital source of nectar for winter pollinators. So whether you're going to plant them in borders, containers, or put them in woodland settings, hellebores are a really reliable, beautiful choice for winter gardens, ensuring that little splash of muted colour when you want it most. Oh, let's shelter from that storm for a little bit. It might be winter, but we're all desperate to sow something, right? We always are. I know I am. Well, if you're looking for something to scratch that itch, microgreens are an excellent choice to grow in December. They bring that burst of freshness and nutrition to your kitchen during the winter months, and as you can see, you don't even need to step outside. These are tiny, flavourful little greens that are packed with vitamins, minerals and antioxidants, and it makes them an absolute powerhouse of nutrition that you can harvest just days after sowing. One of the greatest benefits of growing microgreens is how simple and space sufficient they are. All you need is any kind of container or a shallow tray. You can even get ones like this. Fill it with a little bit of compost or put a growing mat down and a sunny windowsill. They thrive indoors, so even those without an outdoor gardening space can enjoy some homegrown produce. Popular varieties, and certainly they're popular with me, are things like radishes, peas, sunflower seeds. All of these things can just be sown really thickly, and then in as little as 7 to 14 days, they're going to start to pop up with little shoots that you can harvest and eat. They add a real vibrant bit of colour and flavour into your dishes. And what I think is really special about growing them in December is that it provides that sense of connection to the garden, even when, well, really outdoor gardening can sometimes just feel out of reach. They're the perfect way to keep your love of gardening and growing your own alive all year round. Today, I want to take a couple of minutes to share with you quite how much time the Moasure Pro, which is a revolutionary motion-based measuring tool, has saved me in the garden, because believe me, it's a lot. If you've ever spent hours measuring and then remeasuring areas or your entire garden with tape measures, you are going to love this. No more tape measures or strings, just no hassle. You just move the device from point A to point B and it instantly calculates the distance between the 2 points. With a garden my size, taking large-scale measurements without a lot of equipment is actually really pretty difficult. But this is just so quick and easy. This has not just saved me hours, but actually it's made impossible measurements possible. I'll never go back to traditional tools now. I think this might be one of the most powerful time-saving uses that I've found for the Moasure 2 Pro so far. I have this big beech hedge, but it runs under and through apple trees. It's split into different blocks, and most importantly, I know that it's not actually an even shape, so there are angles to consider as well. But rather than struggling to take the measurements and then work out the different lines and angles of this hedge, the Moasure builds the dimensions and most importantly, the shape of the structure instantly. Without the Moasure, this would just take me forever, time that I just don't have. Moasure doesn't just save you time when you're measuring, it also does all of the maths for you as well. It instantly calculates area, perimeter, even elevation changes, volume. No need for a calculator, pen or paper. All the details are there in the app. They can be reviewed at any time. The plans can be manipulated or exported at any time so that you can use them again and again for different projects. 3 clever ways that the Moasure saves you time in the garden. It's fast, accurate, and for me, it just makes measuring and surveying the garden an absolute breeze. So if you're ready to ditch the tape measure and level up your own garden game and you want a discount, check out the Moasure 2 Pro for yourself at the link below. My discount code when you go to purchase, make sure to remember it, it's X8Niall. Every month I like to recommend one plant that I call an investment piece. Something that you're going to have to go out and buy, but it's worth buying because it's going to reward you year after year. Well, this month's choice is actually not even that expensive. It's Skimmia. This is a wonderful plant to grow in December because it gives you something between muted and vibrant colour and texture and interest into your winter garden when so many other plants are dormant. This little shrub is evergreen with lovely glossy green foliage and clusters of what are at the moment red buds which open into white flowers. These appear in the autumn, they persist through the winter, and then the buds open later in the spring. They're slightly fragrant and they are brilliant for pollinators. That's because the flowers are a really good nectar source, and that's something that I think we need to be considering more and more as we try and boost the biodiversity in our gardens. One of Skimmia's standout features is actually how tough it is. It'll thrive in partial to full shade, and it's remarkably low maintenance, requiring little more than maybe the occasional bit of deadheading at the end of the flowering season, a little bit of pruning if you want to keep it in shape, and some well-drained soil. If you grow a female Skimmia, you're going to get berries, or opt for a male plant like this, and it'll be covered now with these tiny pale red buds. Aren't they lovely? These are then going to open later in spring to reveal the white flowers that, as I said, bees love. Best of all, you can get Skimmias in almost any size you want, from little ones or all the way up to big ones if you want to have a structural shrub in a border, or something like this that's perfect for a container for some seasonal decoration. Skimmia are so reliable and they're a beautiful addition to any garden in December, ensuring that you keep that year-round interest and a little bit of festive cheer going. Before you go, yes, it might be winter, but there are still great things to be doing in the garden. So check out these videos with other top ideas for this time of year. That way you can keep getting your fix of gardening. And until next time, see you later.